Speaking of dicks, or a room full of them, the Victorian state elections have arrived, reminding us once again that politicians suck and democracy is dead. In just 3 weeks, the Victorian state election takes place, where you can pick from around 23 parties. There's the Voluntary Euthanasia Party, which always sees a spike in support around exam times. The Justice for Animals Party, which always sees a drop in support around Australia Day. The Health Australia Party, which wants herbal supplements to be given the same standing as pharmaceuticals because fuck science. And the Aussie Battler Party, a party formed just a couple of weeks ago to contest the state election. Party leader Stuart O'Neill is a divorced business and life coach who is mad the government sold Vegemite and his favourite shoes are thongs. He voluntarily listed all that on his website. They've also started a GoFundMe page which has raised less than a tenth of its goal 3 weeks into its 5-week campaign. Here's O'Neill announcing the party's registration.
We had all the odds against us. No major party would like to see a new political party that's got a bit of grunt and nous, and we're alive, and it's thanks to you. So let's go Victoria, thank you.
25. The video has 25 views, at least 5 of which came from team members of the struggle. Let's go Victoria. Well, the Libs aren't in power down here, but just look at what they've done on a federal level. They've provided us with the coolest Prime Minister we've had to date.
Where people get all caught up with all sorts of gossip and rubbish, and that's probably why most of you switch off any time you hear a politician talk.
The coolest.
Well, what a depressing 3 months it's been. And do you know that he's also got a trophy boasting about how many boats he's turned around, warning refugees that their situation could get worse?
If you choose not to go home, then you will spend a very, very long time here. You should tell anyone else you know who seeks to follow you that they should not do it, or they'll find themselves in a similar circumstance or much, much worse.
Oh, and God, his homophobic comments.
Okay, but what about Labor? Fighting for the workers' rights while illegally paying their staff? The red shirt scandal was huge. You know what they did? Labor salaried campaign organisers as electorate officers, which were paid for by the taxpayer instead of the party. 17 were arrested, and even after cheating, they still couldn't get elected.
Okay, well, what about Matthew Guy dining with a mob boss?
Big whoop, who hasn't?
Oh, the opposition leader dined with Tony Madaffrey, who is accused of being a high-ranking member of the Melbourne Mafia. And the Liberals have been accepting donations for the Madaffrey family for fucking years, Amber.
Okay, but fine. You know what the Liberals are doing that's just fucking fantastic? They're reviving a health campaign from the 1970s because clearly it worked because obesity isn't a problem in Australia. Take a look.
Wouldn't you know it? Here it is, it's Saturday. Just look at that, I've got a flat on the FJ.
Don't worry, Norm.
Who's that?
It's me, the TV Good Fairy. You will get to the TAB today, Norm.
How?
You'll walk, son.
Walk? I'm standing. I'm walking. Huh?
Today, live more of your life.
Gee, I wonder who they were sponsored by. So, they both suck.
Well, there is one other option.
The Greens.
Will they get in power?
Probably not.
If they get in power, will 3 years be anywhere near enough time to implement any of their huge revolutionary plans?
Yeah, again, probably not.
And will their policies negatively impact Australia's economy in the short term?
Quite possibly. But look at it this way. They've never had a leadership spill. They seem to at least vaguely care that we've got kids on Nauru, and they give a shit about the environment.
Actually, you've left the best for last. The One Nation Party, the only party brave enough to acknowledge that being white is not just okay. It's a privilege. Who will tell the police the truth that they're just not hard enough on Aboriginal kids mere months after one was chased down and run over by a cop car? And with a federal leader who will walk into Parliament in a full burqa simply for 5 seconds of fame? Australians, recognise your leader.
Okay, Wait,
Okay,
One
okay.
Nation isn't even running for state. And who keeps letting her
I
in?
thought we very specifically told security.
We did.
Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm Matilda.
And I'm Amber.
Thanks, guys. That's our episode and a wrap on season 2. It's been a pleasure hosting the show all this season without any help from anybody else.
A heartfelt goodbye from myself, our correspondents, and everybody else who helped make the show great, except Matilda, who made it worse. Make sure you spread this show like crabs at an 80s disco.
And until we return with season 3, remember, the struggle?
It's real.